Hey guys, what's up? It's Tenno Ranger here. Today I'm doing a video about my warframes that I've made over the years, and I always do this thing where I like to make my family members and friends into most of my video games. I don't know if other people do that. I do that, but that's just the thing I do, and I enjoy it. And it's fun making lore stories for each of the characters that I do make in most of the games I play. But specifically this one, I'm definitely going to delve into what each of my family members would be if they were warframes. And I really hope you guys enjoy these videos. I'm going to try and do more of these videos in the future, and here we go. Right, the first one is Frost. Frost is a pretty OP warframe. This guy, you can take him and solo any mission, steel path, normal, whatever. You can do it. You can do it all. He's a real cool character, no pun intended. And he, with some augment mods, he could provide overguard. I think with his fourth ability, Avalanche. And this one would be my youngest son, Eric. He's just awesome. That's all I have to say about that one. He's loud. He gives off this very powerful aura. You know, just a joy to be around, and he's a kick, man. He's a real party starter. I'll say that. But yeah, I really like. I've been drawing concepts of my family members, my sons, my wife, myself, and my brothers, and I've been doing a lot of content on that. And this is Grendel, and this is my middle son, my middle child, Emmett. He's a big boy. He eats a lot. He's well nourished, and he likes running around. He's really fast for his size, surprisingly. And that's the reason why I chose Grendel for my son Emmett. And I enjoy Grendel. It was awesome. Right now is just that was a gameplay of him heat proc dumping on Meatless Salad V with Ignis Wraith. He's a pretty solid character. You could have loads of fun with this. This is one of the warframes I really enjoy playing, just because he's a pinball machine at sometimes. You know, just whatever map you're on, you can just have loads of fun with this guy. He's a really fun character to use in any mission, honestly. Really tanky, so that's pretty cool. I also enjoy how easy it is to survive with this character. You could really just slap whatever weapons on him. I like giving him those heavy melee builds, you know, like the Frager or the slam attack builds. It's just the aesthetic of it goes with him really well. Almost gives that, you know, Thor, God of Thunder vibe. But yeah, this would be him. And this one is, obviously, most of you guys know, this is Haro. Haro's the holy warframe, from the Chains of Haro quest. He's actually my son, my oldest, Ethan. He really likes this character, mainly because it reminds him a lot of praying to Jesus. My son is a soul, a good soul. He loves Jesus Christ, and he's big on his prayers, and I love that about him. And he really likes the aesthetic of Haro, and it's just a great combination. And I'm doing artwork currently on all of the characters and my family members if they were Tenno themselves. And later on in the future, I will eventually start uploading videos of some of my artwork. It's not the best, but it's something I enjoy doing, and I wouldn't mind sharing it to everyone, you know, in the community. So yeah, this is Haro. He's pretty cool. He high crits, a lot of damage. At first, I didn't know how to really play the character. I constantly would just, you know, die off because I didn't know how the abilities work, how to chain the abilities together. Started getting a good feel for it, and worked out pretty good. He's especially with a Rumblejack combo. Now this is Octavia, one of my favorite warframes in the game. Not my main. I have yet to reveal my main, but This one has easily carried me through most of Warframe, especially Steel Path, the hardest game modes in the game. Octavia's done it all and has been able to carry me through most of these missions, just like my wife has carried me through most of my life, honestly. And this is why I chose Octavia, not only because she's a great support, but she's awesome. She's overpowered, just like my wife. And my wife is also a musician, so there you go. That's also one of my favorite things about this Warframe. I try to correlate as much as I could aesthetically and lore-wise from the Warframes to my family members as I could. But also because another part, just what looks cool with what, and who I think they would look cool with, and what I think they would also like it or be into or find interesting. Octavia's pretty cool. As you guys know, her abilities, for those of you who have played Warframe, you guys know that you pretty much just need equilibrium, and she'll just clear the room. Yeah, constantly clear the room. Defense missions, I utilize her quite a bit on defense missions, and the newer defense missions, she can easily clock them out, no problem whatsoever. I paired her up with her signature weapons, the Tenora and the Pandora, and I actually have the Falcor on this one. She's actually pretty good. I'm not a musician myself, but I did my best to come up with some beats for the Warframe. That way I can remain invisible and crouch. My wife calls it twerking. She thinks it's funny. I guess it does make sense. But yeah, it's a pretty fun Warframe. I really enjoy taking this one to, like I said, defense missions. And if you get your hands on this Warframe, trust me, once you learn how to play with her abilities, it'll be a lot easier to complete missions that you normally wouldn't be able to do on your own. And up next is my youngest brother, Steven. If he was a Warframe, he would be Vauban, however you guys want to say it. This one is the Tech Warframe. I modeled him after the Xbox. You can see in some of the footage, he's actually got the Death Cube. I used the Death Cube on him because it does remind me of an Xbox, and I wanted to theme this Vauban, my brother Steven, as a Xbox-themed Warframe. And I hope in the future D can do some type of, cosmetics where they have Xbox-themed logos for some of the skins in Warframe, like ephemeras or Sedanas. That'd be great. I would purchase them right away if they did do this, something like that. But yeah, Vauban's pretty cool. I normally play him with a lot of range, a lot of interception missions with this one. He's pretty fun to use. It's hilarious. I try not to annoy the random player groups that I jump into the random lobbies with. I tend to use them on mainly interception missions, because that's the missions you want to use Vauban on. Up next, this is the oldest of my youngest brothers, Chris. He would be Ash, specifically Technosite Ash is what I call this one. I played this Warframe a lot in the 1999 update. A lot of the Tech Rot content, I like playing this because I built him up specifically to take on a lot of the Technosite Coda, a lot of Tech Rot, Scaldra. It's just, he looks really cool. I'm glad I was able to make him look as viral and as infested as I could. And it's a really cool aesthetic. Really one of the easiest frames to use with his Blade Storm ability. Just like my brother, actually super athletic, good at anything he does, and all around a good warframe. And he's a good man. He's solid dude. He comes in clutch every time, and that's why I love Ash, and especially my brother. This one is actually my sister, the oldest. I based her off of Mesa. Now, Mesa specifically, the artwork, the theme, colors are based off of an anime called Fate Stay Night, the Archer. He, at first, you don't know he's an archer, but he dual wields like 2 swords that turn into a bow, and that bow is super overpowered, and that's pretty much what this build is. And I really enjoy playing this one. It's for extermination missions. It's pretty quick. Get a good group of enemies together and just explode them in that lens orb that they create. I really do enjoy Mesa, especially because not only do I use the lens, but I also utilize her shooting gallery ballistic bullseye with the lens and the regulators that she has, the good old 6 shooters that is part of her ability. That's pretty fun to use. Now, Hydroid, I really enjoy using Hydroid. He was one of my favorite friends when he first came out. He was my farming warframe. I really do have loads of fun with my pirate-based warframes, but this one specifically, is I call this one the King of the Pirates. This is actually my my brother-in-law Sergio. He's actually pretty cool. He's hilarious. But this one specifically, I just chose this warframe because of how badass the warframe is itself. Like you can take this to end game and be vital. You're not a liability. You're an asset. You're just solid when you pick this character. Now this is E-Man, one of my younger brothers. He's the second youngest. He loves the color green. He loves doing anime artwork. He's doing his own comic stuff now, and I'm really happy for him. I really just enjoy making a lot of my siblings and my friends in video games, and this is one of my favorites that I've done. I've done the Jade skin for the Excalibur build, and I just wanted to show him off a bit more, and I told him, you know what, I think I'm going to just start making videos and start throwing a lot of gameplay videos of you guys, the characters I made for you guys. That way you guys have something to see whenever you want. So that's the whole reason why I did it, was because of this one right here, this brother right here. So E-Man, I love you, buddy, and I hope you enjoy these videos that I put out. But yeah, and I'm just glad I was able to get most of these builds to a playable steel pathish setup. Most of all of them obviously are easy to use in normal mode, but most of them I'm able to get them now to steel path. I've been playing the game for 10 years, so I should be somewhere close to steel path. But luckily I've completed it. Just I'm not as good as some people who could just clear steel path with, like, Oberon or something. Although Oberon is actually one of my favorite warframes, he's not the easiest to complete steel path with, in my opinion. Or I'm just not that good. Some people are actually pretty good with Oberon, and I wish I could be. But I do have a setup for that. But for now, I will continue to show more of these setups that I have for my family members as warframes. So, I'm like I said, the Jade skin looked pretty cool, and I know my brother really liked it when I showed him the first time he saw this. And I'll continue making videos of Excalibur, doing stuff like this. It's pretty fun. It's fun to work with a lot of the stuff that Digital Extremes does with Warframe. I really like the cosmetics. I really like the art styles that they do, and I really enjoy the mechanics, the gameplay. I mean, they've been around for over 10 years. It's going to be 12, I want to say, and they have not let me down. That is crazy to say that for a video game. Most video games nowadays, they just don't have what it takes, and I think Warframe does its end. They actually listen to fans when fans have something to say. they don't just disregard it. They actually improve or take into consideration what we say about, these games. And up next is actually one of my favorites. I know I say one of my favorites, but there's so many warframes to pick from. It's hard to pick just one. But this is one of my favorite warframes to use. It's actually, if I was a warframe, this would be me, the Rhino setup. Jade skin also, so I like doing storylines where I would pair Rhino with Excalibur, and we have like a little defense mission set up, or extermination or survival mission going, and it's fun to utilize both of these. So it's fun. I enjoy it very much. The reason I picked Rhino as my warframe if I were a 10-0 is because, I like to say out of all my siblings, I'm the strongest. I'm very protective. I got some pretty thick skin, they were born in the early 2000s. I was born in the 90s. There's a difference from millennials and Gen Zs. So that's the only reason I would say, relating to Iron Skin, the ability. I can take a joke. These guys will question it. That's it. And also, I'm hard charging. I get shit done, and I really enjoy a challenge. Just like this YouTube channel. So that is the entire, most of the warframes that I've done for if my family members were 10-0s, and what warframes they'd be. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I look forward to making more videos in the future on this channel. Thank you guys, and have a great day.